going on?
I'm a passionate guy and I like passionate women, and the nipple ring plays into that.
Are we live? Okay. I just want everyone to know. I'm gonna be seeing the Periscope comments. Doing live on Periscope, live comments on Periscope. You hear that? You hear that? Is it terrible? Okay, wait one sec. Can we do a BA? Let's get with it. You hear me now? John? Better?
Everyone, and welcome to WC. Hello, everyone, and welcome to WCXX The Hammer. It's late night with Mad Manners. I'm your host. We're coming to you wherever you are, coast to coast, in the USA on the best music channel in the land. And what a crazy day here we've had at WCXX with Mikey B having a wild, having your gears turned, and then some crazy stuff from Kirk, Simple Steve, and Mikey B when they were talking about pizza toppings, incredible stuff. So, Justin, let's open the phone lines because I'm sure everyone wants to get in on this action. But incredible for Kirk to pick pepperoni and meatballs as his favorite pizza toppings. I mean, I think this is unbelievable. Simple Steve with Italian sausage and mushroom was a good pick. And Mikey B, lowbrow, buffalo chicken and onions, no surprise, but incredible draft picks in the pizza topping draft. Welcome to the show.
Manners has a mole over his right eye, eh? Manners has a mole over his right eye.
Yeah, I can. Who's this?
Slowly Manners.
Rick from Miami. Greetings from the Sunshine State.
Great. How are you?
Manners is always doing the jig too. He's always doing a fucking jig.
I can remember watching the Aussie Open. Always wanted to go, and they did a whole pre-show talking about Vegemite. And I want to know your experience with that, when you were exposed, and if you recommend.
I am a massive Vegemite fan. I have it for breakfast almost every day on toast. Yeah, I would recommend you all try it. It's salty, yummy stuff.
Dump this call. Dump this call.
Love the show.
Dump this fucking call, Manners.
Thanks for the call.
Mad Manners. Oh, he dumped it. Nice.
Yeah, so just incredible stuff here at WCX today with Kirk Minuteman going for pepperoni and meatballs. Has he not heard of capers, olives, anchovies, artichokes, and smoked ham maybe on your pizza? I mean, there's so many more options. Incredible stuff here this morning at WCXX. Hello, you're live on air at WCXX. Late night with Mad Manners.
Hey, okay. What's up, and Manners? This is Neil in Boston.
Hey.
Not a fan of Vegemite. Thinks it tastes like ass. Question on movies. If you could rank the Mad Max.
I'm so underwhelmed because it's not Poppy.
Al Carbone, shout out. GD, shareholders meetings once a quarter, you idiot.
And
fuck this call. Fuck this call.
Your thoughts on ranking those.
Who's getting lowered? Who's getting lowered here? Who's getting lowered? Fuck your call.
Thanks for the question. Look, I didn't see the newest Mad Max, so I can't rank the fourth one. But the first film is legendary here in Australia. I think you just cannot go past the sort of the rawness of the original Mad Max. It was sort of gritty, and you saw Mel Gibson kind of very, I think he was in his element. So I'm going to go the first one. Thanks for the call.
Beautiful, Manners. Beautiful job there.
So, Mad Max Talk Vegemite. It's got a very Australian theme to the show
It's
today.
once a quarter the shareholders meeting. There's once a quarter the
I
shareholders
will say there was some fallout from the last edition of Late Night with Mad Manners. There was some controversy that I didn't take a call from a particular tiny Pappy about my restaurant in Sydney. Now, I've had a good chat with Pappy about this since that recording on the Discord voice chat.
I moderated that chat.
I agree 100% with
I tried to ruin that
Steve,
chat.
Mike, even Medium Pappy himself. I should have just taken the call up front and got ahead of it. I was triggered by
His
his
advice right
stupidity.
there. I moderate that chat in the
Look,
Discord.
really stupid people with really stupid questions sometimes makes me angry. I'm not going to fucking apologize for that either, but I should have just taken the call, got it over and done with, and moved on. So big mistake. Medium Pappy's a fucking asshole though for calling up about a stupid question that he knows nothing about. Hello, do we have a caller on the line?
We're playing.
Hey,
I'll show the number.
There?
I wanted to get your opinion on the worst TV actor, that you've seen.
Fuck this
I watched
guy.
a couple episodes.
Day,
the
let's go. Let's talk over this guy. Fuck.
I just think Ike Barinholtz
This
is
caller.
the worst TV actor.
I don't know why they
I've
just
ever
didn't
seen.
skip
So I
to
wanted
my
to
call.
get your opinion on who's the worst TV actor ever.
Who gives a fuck about
Good
matters
question.
of
Well,
like
this
Barinholtz?
person's done his
Who gives a fuck
research
about
because
it?
Ike
Al
is
Carbone
a
doesn't
friend
give
of
a
mine,
fuck
recorded
about
a
it.
podcast
Talking about
with
top
him.
bitches?
Will,
last
go
month,
into
so
Discord. Go into
just wind me
voice
up
chat.
there.
Go into voice
Got
chat.
it.
Yeah,
Got
Mike was fantastic on the Mini
Oh,
Project.
welcome to the
He's
stream,
a
Ernie.
brilliant
What the
actor.
fuck did that
I had a good chat with him on Piccolo's podcast. If you want to go listen to that,
Dogs. I got dogs.
wasn't Tom Hanks as was
Hey,
suggested
can I go
by
on the stream or though?
Big
John
fucking Simple Steve. It was Ike Barinholtz. But yeah, I think he's a great
You
actor.
gotta send me the link though, because I don't
Hello,
know.
you're live on air.
We need the link.
Hello.
We need the link.
Call.
What up?
What up? Welcome to Mena's Late Night with Mad Mena's on WCXX.
How you doing?
How you doing? What's happening?
God.
What's your question?
suck.
How are you doing
Gee.
during
I think
this
that's
Corona
me.
time?
I'm doing okay. I mean, it's a tough time for everybody.
That's not me.
Respect the
What
call.
about
Respect the call.
employees that you fired?
Respect the call.
Yeah, so I Latino Kirk. Now I know that accent. I did not fire any employees. In fact, we closed our business after the government release packages were announced. So our employees were well and truly looked after, and when we reopen in a few weeks, they will all be coming back to
John
work
thinks
very
he's
happily.
a fucking
But
Minifan.
thanks for the call. Good question.
Between Latino Kirk.
All right, now I've got some sounds from the
Periscope. I'm reading
Kirk
them.
Minahan show, a spin-off from this program, and
Funniest
let's have a
thing John
listen
ever
to
said right
the fallout
Shut
from
up,
the
Jay.
Late Night with Mad Menace from
I'm
Tuesday.
in control.
Also
right now.
said,
I'll mute you right now.
He cannot go on Mike and the Minifans.
Yeah, how
Mike and
many
the Minifans anymore.
No. Drinks
Because
are
Mike
you
and
in
the
right
Minifans
now?
is so bad the other
Oh,
night.
it's
Mender's
okay.
the one ruined brand by going on Mike and the
Well,
Minifans.
you
Which I
gotta
like.
respect the
I mean,
call.
relax.
All that comes in, you gotta respect the
Well,
call.
Well,
That's
Friday.
all right. Hello, I'm just finishing a point as
Caller,
Kirk's and
caller.
stuff.
All right, I'm respecting the call.
As I was saying there on Mike and the Minifans, I never said I wouldn't go on.
False
I'm
alarm, boys.
considering
False alarm.
whether I
False
should go on
alarm, boys.
again until Mike settles on a format and gets the show up to standard. So
Fuck
I haven't
you,
put a
man.
ban on it yet,
Appalachian fuck.
but it could be coming. Sorry, caller. Kurt told me to finish a point before
I'm talking about his
continuing on. He
hairline.
sent me a DM about it.
This hairline
Continue the point
is
before taking the
Appalachian.
call. So
Oh.
yes, I'm ready for you now.
Al Crabone wants to know
Hey,
the margins.
This
Fuck
wasn't
you,
me,
Al
okay?
Crabone.
This is Latino Kirk. Don't
Hello?
imply that I'm calling you, okay?
You have a very thick accent, sir. Can you speak a little bit clearer?
Yeah, fuck you. First of all. Second of all, I defended you on Twitter, okay? So be grateful.
I know.
Is that Jay?
What's the
how are you
question?
doing?
Okay,
It's all
I'm doing really
Latino
well.
Kirk, dude.
Oh my
I
god!
did notice you were going to dig at me in your
respect the call. You gotta respect the call.
life loser
They all
challenge
sound the-
yesterday.
They all
Or
sound the
was it,
same.
what was
you
the
know?
phone number you're going with? It's a good one.
The Easter egg there?
What?
That's racist.
No.
Hello, what did you say?
Hey,
Easter
pasta,
egg,
dude.
No, I didn't.
You should
I only got
watch.
about 10 minutes into the show before I thought about
Minor fuck up. Minor fuck up. Minor fuck up. We good. We're back. My computer might have almost blown up. We're back. We're back. Waiting for Discord. Will, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear. Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you in
So
Discord?
yeah, I'm in Discord.
I'm still waiting to get back into Discord. Hold on. My fucking shit overheated and just shut down.
All I hear is Discord people, so I'm gonna deafen it real quick. Okay. What's up, John?
Nothing. I'm waiting for Discord to load.
Oh,
I almost
I can
blew my
take a while.
computer up.
Dude,
I just noticed how much stress that puts my computer under.
Happens.
I'm streaming it live, streaming it to Discord,
You're
then streaming Discord live
streaming
to the stream.
yeah,
I'm streaming the stream while streaming a stream for the stream.
it's Streamception. We've
Yeah,
reached
yeah.
this.
I'm 4 levels deep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Q is lazy. I'm gonna go back into Discord chat now. I was trying to find the episode, but I couldn't find it. It's April 2nd.
Yeah,
I was
it's
looking
April
up
2nd.
February 2nd. I'm an idiot.
All right, I'll be in Discord in a second.
All right, sounds good.
Wow, wow, wow. What is happening? I'm using 100% of my computer memory, which is not good. Okay, there we go. Hi, Troy Dan. Let's start playing this.
That I'm calling you, okay?
You have a very thick accent, sir. Can you speak a little bit clearer?
Yeah, fuck you. First of all, second of all, I defended you on Twitter, okay? So be grateful.
I know. What's the
So how are you
question?
doing?
Okay, I'm doing really well. Thank you. I did notice your little dig at me in your life loser challenge yesterday, or was it? What was the phone number you're going with? It's a good one.
The Easter egg there?
What?
So,
Hello. What did you say?
shit, dude. I guarantee.
There's no picture here.
No, dude. All I can see is Jade fucking being like a mime, like a game mime, fucking taking up the ass of that bucket, stupid bucket hat, like a fucking idiot.
You're live to tape.
I would like the tape because Jay's a fucking Jay. Look at him laugh. Screen
Silence. Thank you.
All right,
I can mute it. I know it's silence. Thank you.
I'm gonna should now because I think you have the audio in it. I don't want to hear the audio well.
The manners, that's what we're here for. The only reason I'm listening to you is so I can hear manners. Oh, fucking EA show.
Well, now we gotta find. Now we gotta find this. My computer almost blew up.
We got it, John. You just fix it.
Awesome.
You can just fix that, John. That'd be great.
I just click I gotta get just keep Jay at 10%. You gotta keep me at maybe a 30. I think 30 I could hold me on. You gotta keep Jay at 10%. Keep me at 35.
I have respect. I listen to you. I listen to you. Hey, bitch.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wait,
John, can you hear Discord through there? Because I could absolutely hear, like I was hearing.
Oh my god, yo, why is it so crazy today? It's never taken so much work.
Call the ambulance. What's going on? Hey Jay, you don't even know. There's like PTSD. We'll say. I just
Good question. Okay, I'm doing really well.
Because he doesn't like.
Thank you. I did notice your little dig at me in your Life Loser Challenge yesterday. Or was it? What was the phone number you're going with? It's a good one.
The Easter egg there.
What?
Hello.
Hello. What did you say?
Did you see the Easter egg there?
No, I didn't.
Oh.
I only got about 10 minutes into the show before I thought about jumping out a window. So,
hey, I just want.
I'm doing well. Thanks. Thank you. Love you. I do really love you. Take care. Bye. All right, now this is
People are saying.
And today, somebody's trying to call me asking a basic question last night, which I can confirm. I talked to somebody who knows manners of that restaurant in Australia. Laid off employees during this corona. Laid them off. It is not paying them or not helping them at all. Steve can confirm this. We've been working on it, Steve.
now that is a lie, a 100% lie. So, as Jerry Callahan will attest, Kirk is a good liar, and he did another good lie there. Sorry, do we have a caller? No, good. I'll continue.
Okay.
So yeah, of course I'm going to fire my employees, and I'm 100% sure none of my employees have been in contact with Kirk.
How does it feel?
Yeah, Kirk's relative that lives in Australia has been quite a frequent customer of my cafe, which is quite a coincidence. Hello.
Good day, mate.
G'day, mate.
So,
Your accent is much better than Kirk's.
You fired me. Yeah, I can't
Is that red?
feed my children, sir.
You cannot feed your children. Oh well, they probably deserve to die.
Me with your these two egg restaurants.
Very good accent. Do you have a question? Okay. All right. I did see Kirk was telling everyone on Discord to try and ruin the show tonight. That fucking asshole. All right, here's another bit from the last show or two ago.
He said he was Latino Kirk.
Yes, take this call first. Hello.
Hi. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm just kind of curious to see what your reaction to Steve making threats to you to keep his wife's name out of your mouth. How that's going, if you're planning on just kind of talking about his wife anyways.
Okay, good. Let's get into it. So,
what a question.
I mean,
that sounds like
some
Ken trying not to do
Yeah, I mean, we start hanging. Is that not? Am I wrong? I mean, I know. Look, we love manners, but is that? I know.
He does.
Steve, this should be your moment. I mean, you should be. Why am I killing him?
I
I think that he should keep my wife's name out of his mouth. That fucking Australian cunt, or we will destroy his businesses.
What a fucking asshole. I mean, I never mentioned his name, his wife's name. All I alluded to was the fact that I would like to get her on the show, and I would still like to. And there's nothing wrong with saying that. It's one thing if I tried to find her, full name and tracked her down at work and invited her, but I haven't done that. So I was just joking. I would love to have her on because I'm sure living with Steve is an experience which she could probably attest to, and I'm sure he's fucking weird in bed. DC was alluding to like all sorts of things like pegging and stuff that he's heard from Steve before. So I was just having a bit of a laugh about it. Of course, I wouldn't actually go out and find his wife. That poor woman is suffering enough.
Hey, keep her name out of your mouth, all right?
Thank you. And
calls
now we see the real Steve Robinson because, I've been going on since he came into the KMS world that he's a lying fucking snake. And hopefully pretty soon I'll be able to prove that with some pretty substantial stuff. But just listen to this. He just lies so easily.
Whoa, he said your wife's name? He brought her up on his show.
Okay, just go. Whoa, he said your wife's name. Now, Steve could not answer the question honestly because I never said his fucking wife's name. I don't know what her name is.
That was a lie. We've been doing the watch longs. That's a lie.
I hope it's not as bad as Noba or something. But yeah, so I never mentioned her name. And instead of actually saying to Kirk, no, he didn't mention her name, he just lies.
Whoa, he said your wife's name? He brought her up on his show.
He brought her up, the fucking lying snake. So, so Steve just lies. Again, tries to make me look like I'm trying to dox his wife, as if I'd mention her actual name.
I like that.
But if you've got it, please DM it to me. Sorry, do we have a call? Hello.
Don't message him and have him play it. Don't fucking ruin the stream.
Do you think Steve's wife has palm-sized titties?
I'm a passionate guy, and I like passionate women, and the nipple ring plays into that.
Thank you.
I'd like to imagine that she does.
It's funny.
What? Okay, well, maybe she
You
does
didn't
have
even hear the
palm-sized
call
titties.
because
We'll
no
ask,
one's respecting the rules.
Steve, when he comes on, minutes to midnight, late night mad. I got another clip from the last show or two shows where they listen to this.
I love the fact that people like Menners think that
Now you can talk.
people want to call and ask him stuff. Well, people need content.
I'm talking, but you have me muted. So
What I want from Menners.
Okay, that's the wrong
I don't
sound.
have you
I'll throw another
muted, you
curveball.
fucking
Is
asshole.
Menners actually Australian?
Asshole.
Who knows?
I mean, he's trying to say, am I an Aussie? Of
Call
course
the cunt.
I'm an Aussie.
Call, guys.
Call.
Stupid question. Born in Sydney. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hey, Menners, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. So you mentioned that your wife was from the UK, England, and I was just wondering. I'm pretty big into football myself. I was just wondering.
I'm a Spurs fan.
I was just wondering if you had a favorite football team. I happen to prefer Chelsea, but I didn't know if you had one yourself.
Yeah, I'm a Tottenham Hotspur fan. I'm not a huge
Was that like
football
a real
fan,
question?
Matters
I've
is
been to
fucking
plenty
message
of
to
Tottenham
delete it.
games in the
Message
past.
them to delete them.
Yeah,
That's a planted call.
so,
Yeah,
That was such a
pretty good
stupid question.
team. I've been actually
Oh, are you
smashing
a
FIFA
football
20
fan,
since this
Menace? You a
lockdown. So,
football fan?
I know your wife.
thanks. Hello, welcome to the show.
Hi, this is Blind Mike's dad.
Oh, Blind Mike's dad. What's your question?
Why did you fire all your employees? Shouldn't you help?
That's dummy. That's dummy. That's dummy. That's dummy.
Down.
Yeah, well, I didn't fire my employees. Unfortunately, our government
Thoughts?
is very good at looking after its citizens.
That's true.
Why don't you help?
Of course, I help. I've been very, very good. As I said, we didn't close any of our services until after the packages were announced. But as I said the other night, this is just boring. Does anyone really want to hear about this stuff? It's supposed to be about the KMS world.
We
the
all want to
KMS,
hear about it.
YouTube channel.
Menace, they're listening again.
You suck too.
We're listening again, Menace.
You are
Later,
worse.
that's all we want to listen to.
Alrighty,
Is this the one with the puppy
so
call?
yeah,
No,
I
that
just
was
pissed
the
off with
episode before. That was the episode
Steve
before.
all that bullshit about his wife, as if I was
Wait for
going
it, Will.
to dox his poor
Wait for
wife.
it.
She's got enough to deal with.
He
Make
didn't
that
actually
fucker.
say
You
anything
can imagine he's
about
like a
his wife.
psychopath at home. If he
All
gets
the
home and like
husbands-
there's things not in the right place, he probably gives her a good seeing to. yeah. Anyway, so that's from that fallout from the last show. Now,
Whenever
I
he
want to
starts
talk
to talk
about the
shit about
Minna
you guys.
ladies. I've also got a stack of listener questions. So you
That's when I
probably.
It was my computer again. This is tough. This is real tough. I don't know what to do. I now put frozen vegetables under my computer, so we'll try it this way. Take 3. It's tough, man. I don't know why it's not working this time. Like, it's worked every other time. Probably because I'm actually streaming it this time. I don't know. It's never happened before.
Yeah, I just pissed off with Steve for all that bullshit about his wife. As if I was going to dox his poor wife. She's got enough to deal with. Married to that fucker. You can imagine he's like a psychopath at home. If he gets home and like this thing's not in the right place, he probably gives her a good seeing too. Yeah. Anyway, so that's from that fallout from the last show. Now, I want to talk about the Minna ladies. I've also got a stack of listener questions. So you can probably, Justin can probably hear me, but you can send some live questions in on the chat. If you can't ring in, I've got a stack of questions which I'll go through. But fantastic leading for the show tonight, Mad Manners. Fantastic leading with the Minna ladies. Boy, it was a great Minna ladies episode tonight.
Anything like that?
No, but it is funny. So, when you get in the car, you pump the seat up as high as you can get it so I can sort of see above the wheel. And then, if someone wants to get in the car to drive it after me, they actually can't get in because the seat's so high, there's not enough room to fit between the wheel and the seat. So,
Yeah, well, if we watch it on the
yeah,
stream, it'll be,
I don't quite
well,
need a booster seat, although I could probably do
play
it
it with the
that.
bond.
But it's hard for the
Yeah,
person
man. Like
coming
I
in
need
next.
everything I buy. I need to have
I'm
fun
just
with
play with the
it,
bond.
so I can either have it open for my damn
I'll
head
let Will
sticks
do
out,
the stream.
or I can need that extra
I know,
clearance.
but
Like
if
I
we
can
do
never
the
own
stream,
the Miata.
we're so
I need it.
delayed, you know, we have to be in sync with what the audio is. We have to be in sync with the audio, you know what I mean? Because with the stream, then we're seeing reactions.
I'm gonna jerk off and go to sleep.
Yeah.
See ya.
Things take time. I promise you, he's not gonna do that.
It just works perfect. Like
It's gonna work perfectly now.
Yeah.
It's gonna work perfectly now, for sure.
You know it's gonna.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that
you
is.
keep rocking on, Matters.
Thanks for the call. There was actually someone made a comment about the staff I hire at the cafe. I hire tall staff. That's actually true. Like I'm not in the cafe much anymore, or even before we closed, as I tried to tell Medium Pappy. I'm a silent partner, although that didn't seem to deter him. I actually used to hire tall staff to reach the top shelf because it'd be no good having a ton of staff my height because we wouldn't be able to get the bread down and stuff. So that actually is not fake news. All right, caller. Hello. Hello. Calls have been good tonight so far, Justin.
It's like as soon as Will leaves, it all works.
Anyway, so let me get back to the Minna ladies because
it's because he won in the stream.
Super hot lineup of Minna ladies to lead in tonight. Brandy, Tara, Lauren, and Lindsay. Whew, it was a pretty hot show.
Super
Hello.
creepy comment, Matters. Hey, Matters, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Hey, listen, sorry, I know you were just trying to get a call in about the ladies, but
no, it's fine. I'm just bullshitting.
On kind of a it's kind of on a separate topic. I wanted to have like an actual conversation about Blind Mike. And
good. I love these.
Well, I mean, I think
this is. And what's your name, sir? What's your name, sir? Welcome to WCX.
I'll just turn out.
Andy, thank you. Well, I'm Andy. You're Andy. Handy Andy. Okay, so Andy, yeah, this is what this show is about: calling in and digging in about these big issues. What are your thoughts around blind Michael Geary?
Well, here's the idea, right? Is that I feel like so much of the debate on Twitter is, should we have blind Mike or should we not have him? But if we dig a little bit deeper, the question to me more becomes, is he essential to the show? Right? I mean, if we were to go forward and looking back, we would say yes. Without Blind Mike, would it make a whole lot of sense? Would we have the same kind of product, or could we go forward with just Kirk and either a rotating cast of people or Steve as that second voice? Can we just do without the guy? Because frankly, I'm just fucking sick of him. I'm just sick of all the bullshit. I'm sick of the idea that every time he does one of these stupid things, we as a community have to make this decision, either defend him or, call him an asshole. And it just gets tiring. So I'm curious on what your thoughts are.
Well, I mean, there's a lot in that call and a lot in that question. I guess, firstly, I'm not sure they could do the show just Kirk and Steve. I mean, Steve's a drip, a 0, a -20 talent-wise. So it wouldn't be a great show if it was just Kirk and Steve. And we even saw early on, before Mike was on the show, that Kirk and Steve, they don't really gel creatively. So I do think you need another voice on the show. Whether you were to look at replacing Mike when all this is over, I think that's a definite possibility if he doesn't pull his finger out and start to act like the number 2 voice on the show. But I agree with you that Mike's going to get out of his own way. I mean, actually be a bit more professional, be better. You're not a Minna fan anymore. You're on the show with Kirk. So, you should be acting like a number 2, not acting like just a Minna fan that gets to go in there every day. Hello, caller.
What's going on, boss?
Not much.
Yes, who it is?
Who is it?
There he is. Medium Poppy, baby. How we doing?
How are you? I was just saying at the top of the show we should have talked on Tuesday night. I mean, you are such a riveting, interesting character and bring so much to the show.
We should have, but who's
Absolutely.
Anyways, Manners, I have 2 points for you.
Thank you. With your strange
The
voice.
First point, Manners, the first point, Manners, is that
The first point, Manners, is so go on.
A lot of people have been giving you like slack for,
So go on.
talking about Harry.
Sorry? There's some
Anyways, a lot of people have been talking about saying, they're giving you shit for taking shots at Harry, but my parents always told me to take off on my own size. And Harry's like 4 feet tall, so like you're completely fucking, it's completely fair game to be taking shots at Harry. So, that's fine in my book. Anyways,
I'm not taking shots at Harry. Harry's a nice kid. I just don't think he needs to be on any
about to say Playboy.
content.
That's fine, Playboy.
We've all got semen. We can all reproduce.
He's take up people your own size. It's completely fair game. He's 12. You're 48. It's fair game. They're the same size. I can't discredit you for that. I give you.
The problem is, Pappy. The problem is, in a year he's going to be taller than me. So.
Anyways, you ready for point number 2, Manners?
What?
Sometimes they
Are you
don't
ready
win.
for point number 2?
Yeah, but go on. I'm ready for it.
I just want to make sure you're ready. Last time you weren't ready. I called you like 5 or 6 times. You weren't ready. I'm just making sure that you're emotional in a good space. So
yeah, I obviously not as emotionally in a good place as I thought I was a couple of days ago because, you're an asshole, but I could have dealt with it much better. I get emotional because it's been tough, closing businesses and seeing people out of work and, yeah, it's a struggle. And, when someone makes a joke of it like you and thinks it's all a bit of a laugh, then I get upset.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot easier to get you than something that. But anyways, you responded horribly.
Great heart to heart.
You just responded horribly. If you wanted to fucking like it's
Oh, you're right. I snapped.
Crossover.
I jumped down your. You're right. I jumped down your throat. You should have had it.
You responded like Cynthia Dill. So, anyways, you ready for the next point?
No, you've had 2. What's the third one?
Ooh. All right. So my next point is that I want you to know that that Big Rick from Madawaska is looking like Mother Teresa compared to you. I mean, every Minuteman in the community has rallied behind him and bought food for the community. Everybody in the neighborhood who needed food. We've all rallied behind him. I personally donated money. A lot of my friends donated money. We're all doing everything we can to get people fed in Madawaska. And I just want to let you know that Big Rick from Madawaska is looking like Mother Teresa.
Very good comparison between Madawaska and Sydney. So yeah, really good comparison. Keep it up. You are your brain is tiny.
Anyways, can I finish one question?
No, Justin's busy. He's producing the show.
Are you going to protect Justin, or can I ask?
No, I'm not protecting Justin at all. If he wants to, but he's producing the show. He's not even on screen. I mean,
Justin, I just want to say that I really appreciate you. I really appreciate how much you care.
I really appreciate how much you care.
I got one question. Justin, how many Pokemon have you caught today?
Justin,
Chris didn't like when he did that.
It's not as many as you'd think.
How many Pokemon?
It's not as many as you'd think.
How many Pokeballs? How many Pokemon?
Hey,
all right, I think Pappy's had enough. Justin, Pappy has had enough time on Menace to Midnight.
KMS show.
Well, that's what you missed out on Tuesday. The most boring, uninteresting person in the KMS world. So I hope you're happy, Kurt. I hope you're happy, Steve and Mike. I took his call, and he's a fucking. All right. Hello.
Hey, Manners, how's it going?
Good. Who's this?
Oh, this is the Kirk Minute fan.
Gets off, eh?
Oh,
Can't believe
how are you?
Can't believe it.
Good. I'm good. The reason that you had people, the whole controversy about like you talking about Steve's wife was when I called, and one of your comments, because I was telling you that I like Steve, you mentioned that you would like to see what Steve's wife was saying in the bedroom.
No, I'd like to interview Mrs. Robinson and find out how weird he is. Yeah, but I never said his name. I never said her name or Amy Robinson works. I never actually doxed her or anything.
You never said her name, but you talked about what she would be saying in the bedroom with Steve. So
I said I want to know. I'm sure Steve is into some really weird sex stuff, and I'm sure she could shed a light on that. Pegging, call me Mr. President, role play, Eleanor and FDR. I mean, all that stuff I'm sure is in play in their bedroom. So that's all I wanted to hear. I was joking. Like, I'm not actually going to go and find her. But anyone got her name or number, send it to me, because it's always worth a try. But you can only say no.
No, we're not looking for that. Yeah. I think that's where all this
sucks too. Of course it does, but
mentioning that. So.
He's a fucking lying to. Let's hear it again. Let's hear Steve lying again.
Whoa, he said your wife's name? He brought her up on his show. He did? Yeah.
So Steve never corrected Kirk then and said he actually like it's not like anyone's going to find his wife now, are they? It's not like I've given clues about her.
Mrs. Robinson.
He was being honest and just said, no, he brought her up on the show.
Kirk asked him a question.
Whoa, he said your wife's name? He brought
he said your wife's name, and he didn't say no or yes. He just. But look, Steve, we all know Steve's just the most comfortable liar. So
he's Poppy.
I can kind of agree with that.
But it was every other week. Apparently,
I know we talked about yardstick last couple days ago. Did you get one?
The yardstick?
No, but
episodes out there.
To give you an idea, this is Dale Bear.
That's what I was thinking.
So I'm about probably.
Did you call in a couple
5 Dale Bears tall, maybe 6.
John calls
at the most. Probably less.
Jay called in last episode, and it was like you could hear Jay was like, "Hello," and he was like, "Who is this?"
Thanks.
You're a good man, Leonard.
Thanks for the call. Take care.
How's it going?
Have a good one.
You too. Bye. So, thanks for the call. Now, we're talking about the Minna ladies, and as I said, a very hot show. I wouldn't mind the Minna ladies having bigger screens on their end and maybe tilting the camera down a bit so we get some juicier sort of camera angles. I think they were hiding a bit too much. So yeah, that's my one of the notes I've got for them. Hello, caller.
I just wanted to ask a quick question. When you set the field, how do you go with the flips? 3, 4, 5? Do you use a gully, short mid leg, silly mid off, silly mid on? What are we talking?
I like these cricket questions. I actually don't play cricket anymore, so I don't set fields. But yeah, good question. You know the fielding position. Athleticism, good pair of hands, good catcher. You know, in Australia, we use our hands to catch the ball, unlike in baseball where they use a big glove. So yeah.
Yeah. Big Quran.
Thanks for the call. Bye-bye. Yeah, so back to the Minna ladies, just sort of going through that, as I said, a bit more of a more seductive camera angle, especially for Brandy, Lauren, Tara, even Lindsay. Hello, welcome to the show.
Matter, it's John from Scranton. What's up?
John from Scranton.
Wow. Oh my God.
Good of you to call. I'm good, thank you. Just sitting here in Sydney, doing on WCX. Beautiful, 25 degrees today, sunny.
What was the best cricket player in the world?
Celsius, 70 Fahrenheit.
We have no idea what that means.
Yeah. So, got a question?
So I clearly exposed you as not knowing anything about cricket last episode, so I'm going to change it up.
Wow.
So we're going to do a little something different.
Good job.
We're going to do clout. So we'll do give somebody 5 clout, take 5 clout from somebody.
Oh, you switched it up.
I'll hang up and listen. I love you, Manners. Hey, and if you're going to
I love that. I'll hang up and listen.
Get it 2 inches tall.
Yeah, I'll put a better one up for the next show. So you want?
I like the little.
Oh, yeah,
So you want plus 5 clout, minus 5 clout, and
then put somebody on the cloud watch.
Okay.
Right,
thank you. Well, I do love a good clout call, and you know, I mean, clearly Mike's lost clout points this week. I think he's the most obvious target to lose 5 clout points for his shitty call on Portnoy, and then following on from that horrible Mike and the Minna fans. But yeah, I mean, I'll probably take 5 clout points from Mike. Now giving points. Now probably have to give 5 clout points to John Featherston for going on the OG show. I mean, he just showed the whole world how much he's been doing. I mean, we all fuck around on the YouTube, but Featherston's actually doing real work out there. So 5 off Mike, 5 to John Featherston. Clout watch.
How about the watch?
I'll work on that one, but I think it might be Matt Carano. Hello.
Oh.
Hello, Paul. Yo, welcome to WCXX, coming to you from coast to coast.
What's up? I want to do a couple shout outs if you don't mind.
Okay, go for it.
All right, Cameo Blind Mike. I just want to say the Discord. Just heard John, love him. Just want everybody at the Discord, love him. I want to say Medium
Discord's
Poppy
fantastic.
Much more. Great content. Love that guy.
Oh, on what, the show here?
What a legend.
Pardon?
On this show, Media Poppy should be on more.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, you've just literally thrown your first point out the window because you've shown yourself to be an idiot. I mean, Medium Poppy is very bad talent. Very bad talent.
I love you. I love Medium Poppy. I think
That's
it's
good.
a great duo. You guys should do a show together.
Okay, well, not going to happen because I hate him. But yeah, thanks for the suggestion.
That was a great idea.
Hey, maybe I'll share a Foster's with you someday.
Love to. Although we don't drink Fosters. But
Deep cut. That's a deep cut for CB. Oh my god.
So back to the middle ladies. So yeah, they said they're having trouble keeping up with all the content at the moment because they're at home and so I can imagine that there's all this YouTube content and podcast is hard to keep up with right now. I know the YouTube views are down. That could be because they keep putting anything up. So people probably would have some problem with the brand of the KMS YouTube channel. There's a lot of battling shows there that aren't really good. But I like Lindsay's goal. She wants to watch more of the YouTube stuff down the road. They also did mention that I think they're too nice. And yeah, I think we saw a bit more opinion from them in this show. But look, I can't ask them to change because sometimes I think we need their sort of, I don't know, their wisdom and their sort of good nature because, you know, so many people in the KMS world have black hearts. Do we have a caller?
We do, man. It's Quantum Week Chris. How you doing?
Hello, Chris. How are you?
Good. So my favorite part of Members Every Night is when you talk about which YouTube KMS YouTube shows you don't like. And I don't know, maybe this could be a weekly segment or not, but I'd love to hear kind of your 3 worst KMS YouTube shows. And
Top
talk about
3.
listening up and listen.
Okay, great. Thank you for the call, Chris. So actually, I did get a listener question. Victor sent in pretty much the same question yesterday. He asked me to say my worst 3 YouTube shows from the KMS channel in the last week and the best show of the week. And he also asked me to, a few other things. So let's start with the YouTube show. In the last week, this is not an all-time ranking, but the worst 3 shows, well, there's 2 that you can probably guess. Super Lemon Haze, that is so far the best cure for insomnia on the channel. If you switch on, I mean, I tried to get through a little bit of it this week because, I feel sorry for Eric. But it's just terrible. I mean, it's just terrible. Eric just talks and talks and talks. Like fucking verbal diarrhea. So Super Lemon Haze, Mike and the Minifans, horrible week for them. Just messy, lazy, messy production. So that's and then the third show from this week is the WrestleMania preview with Harry and Kirk. That was an abomination. So they're the 3 probably worst things in the last week. Life Loser Challenge just missed out on getting in the bottom 3. So well done to Latino Kirk. That show's on the up. That was my thoughts on the shows, the worst shows. But the best show of the week's got to be the Mincel Intels. Getting Zonka on, who's been a huge supporter of this show.
There we go.
Getting Zonka on and then getting Lauren Lynn. I mean, they've got good segments. Joe's a good host. So, yeah, I think Mincels are the best and those 3 were the worst. Do we still have a caller? Hello.
Hello. Big fan of the Middle Lady show. I saw that they were going to talk about taking on some guys, which I was kind of interested in. I'd like to see you and Steve on there.
I'd love to be on with them.
Hash it out. Maybe get Medium Poppy on there too, a little menage a trois between the 3 of you guys.
I have to concentrate on the Middle Lady show because they're also hot. Yeah.
But anyway, so my question is, Kevin Garnett, I'm familiar with basketball at all?
Not really.
I hope. So,
Go
I
on.
know you like Andrew Bogut, but Kevin Garnett famously told Carmelo Anthony his wife tasted like Honey Nut Cheerios. What do you think Steve's wife tastes like?
What part of her?
I mean, come on. If you know the story, it's it's cunnilingus. So I'm curious what you think Steve's wife tastes like. That's all.
That's a really good question. Like it's hard.
Fruit Loops? I don't know.
Like, yeah, she could be. I would say quite sour. I would say relatively sour. That would be my first inkling. But who knows?
This conversation makes me
Good question though. That's gonna we should ask Steve. I'm sure he'd love to answer that. Hello, caller.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Wonderful. I was curious, who do you think would win in a wrestling match, you or Harry Minahan? I know he's got the height advantage, but I'm wondering if your age and your ferocity like a wombat would kick in and make you take the lead.
I think I might come out of the blocks pretty quickly, but I think Harry's stamina would probably get me in the end. Like, I'd probably have a significant weight advantage, not muscle, of course, fat, but it would still give me a significant advantage over him. But I think he would outlast me because he's young and he wouldn't give up. And if his ending's like his dad, he probably is a bit of a psycho.
All right. Follow-up question to that. Who would be a tag team partner for you, and who do you think he would have for him?
Ooh, who would be my tag team partner? Well, I'd probably go John from Scranton. I love that guy. So he, and we're not too big, always sort of drugged out, so he wouldn't feel any pain. He'd be, coked up and ready to go. So yeah, he'd be juiced up and ready for action.
Probably a good option for you.
That's right.
All right. Well, have a good night. Enjoy.
Thanks for the call. Bye. Harry v. Menace, WrestleMania. Can see it coming. So I was just sort of going through the Minna Lady show, and something did
really
annoy me that Lauren and the other Minna Lady said that my shots at Kirk in the last show were half-hearted. Now, I don't know how much fucking more I can say, but I said that Kirk was fucking boring about Cullen. I'm sick of hearing about the Globe. I'm sick of hearing about the Red Sox. And yeah, I mean, I wasn't half-hearted about it at all, Lauren and other ladies, but what can I do? I'm on his channel. I'm not going to sit here fucking abusing him for a minute. So that annoyed me. Of course I was fucking, anyway, hello, caller.
Yeah, I wanted to see if you could do us a favor and possibly retweet Big Rick.
Poppy again?
Get some actually people fed and actually do something positive from the hospitality business. You're clearly just being a little bitch. You want to in your office, jack off.
You are the worst.
Why are you fucking enjoying some food? Just make your community and stop being a little bitch. You're clearly fucking useless. Either help Justin catch some Pokemon or fucking make some food for your community. Just, stop talking about Piccolo and fucking cricket and I don't know, whatever else you do with your time. Just do something fucking useful.
You're the one calling my show. I mean, he's calling me fucking useless. He's the one wasting his time calling into a show on YouTube.
What?
So, yeah,
Is
anyway.
Cheddar here?
What's going on? It's Medium Pappy again, showing himself to be the biggest douche. And this is the guy that Kirk sided with.
Do the Manners
I mean, Kirk, you sided with this fucking idiot. I mean, what is wrong with you? Where is your brain gone, Mr. Minahan? You sided with Medium Pappy. I mean, is that how far we instead of taking shots at me and coming back at me about some of my suggestions about the show, you take Medium Pappy's fucking side. I mean, really, what a sort of gutless piece of shit act that was. Anyway, hello, caller.
What's going on, Menners? I'm from the South, and
do you want me to speak slower?
Prank phone calls.
Do I need to speak slower?
No, I can hear you just fine.
Just checking.
Me. But we struggle to get prank phone calls cranked out of like Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia. Do you think you could enter the prank calling game for us and help us out down here?
No, I'm not into prank calls. It's just not my go, I'm afraid.
I mean, you have the fire and the angriness to really.
I mean, I
rattle
would,
off a good
if you gave me some southern radio stations to call, I would try, but it's going to be hard because you're going to see that it's an international number.
That's fair. That's fair.
I am keen though. I am keen though on a cricket call on the radio, which I do during the cricket season here, to put in a KMS reference, like, you know, look out for up and coming batsman Matt Carano or something. So I'm trying to get that in, but I haven't done any radio spots recently, so I haven't been able to use any of that yet.
Well, there's plenty of idiots down here you can take advantage of. Just think about it.
All right. Well, I love the South. Thank you. I was supposed to go to Dallas in August this year for a podcast conference. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen because of the Chinese flu. Hello, caller. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, I was a line cook in the restaurant, and I'm just wondering, you know, why you gave up on us so easily.
Oh, wow, you don't sound like any of the line cooks from my restaurant. Thanks for the call, though.
Well, I'm nutritionally deprived, and I'm fucking.
Justin, can you hang up now?
It's just been really tough, but I'm just curious when my boss is talking about piccolo and cricket all day.
Hello.
Manners, what's up?
Hey, who's this?
This is Joe. I got a question. What did you think about the QAnon conspiracy show a couple days ago? Did you like it? Did you think it was entertaining? That's my thoughts. Because I don't know how much I believe
bringing the
in all
energy.
that, you know, conspiracy stuff, but it was at least very intriguing.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I got to say, I just couldn't do it. And I'm sure it's a good show. I'm sure they do a good effort, but I just could not. I mean, yeah, it's just not for me. That sort of show. So I was giving that a complete miss. So I guess it didn't even qualify for the bottom 3 shows of the week because I didn't see it. But yeah, would you put it in your bottom 3 shows of the week?
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Is it okay?
Yeah.
Oh, we could hear you.
I
thought I was like my friend. What's up?
The Real Ladies were worse.
So
Super Lemon Haze obviously is horrible.
I'm hanging out with my friend that one time
I thought
I watched the episode here and he called in too.
I thought that the Wife Loser challenge
so I
was
was
just
telling him, but
Yeah, it is boring. I mean, if I could have given 4 worst 4 shows of the week, Life Loser would have been in there. It's just as I said, you know, if you're struggling to sleep at the end of this live broadcast, put on Super Lemon Haze or Life Loser and you'll be out like a light. I can guarantee.
What's up with your shirt?
Nothing. It's a Red Sox shirt. I mean, we're all just joking around, aren't we? I mean,
we're
all just joking around. Kirk's making jokes about my restaurant, all that kind of thing. So, yeah, it's still a bit of a laugh. You know, Red Sox, what did they ever do? Sam Kennedy, he's just fucking around with Kirk. It's all a bit of a laugh. So, you know, Kirk can make jokes about my restaurant, people leaving bad reviews. I mean, it's funny.
Is the Justin? Did you ever give a?
I'm here right
comment
now.
on,
I'm right here. I'm just
because I know
trolling
you tried to
now.
call in, but they hung up on you. Did you ever
Actually,
give
I
a
can't.
public
I can't
comment
do. I
in
can't
response
expose
to
my
what Kirk
joke.
said to you,
Actually,
told you to
who
shut
knows
up
who's
after,
listening?
Okay, listen to good question. Listen to this.
If you're not worried about it, go fucking donate money or go spend your time with a real fucking cause. Now you're gonna act like it's a big. It's fucked. It's so fucked. Fuck the medium poppy is calling Menners.
Jump in for a second, Justin. I just want to talk to you for a sec. Well, you can stay on 2, caller. Justin's probably just putting his fingers away.
What's up?
Just jump in for a sec. Or is he cock out as usual? I can't see you.
Oh, well, you want to see me? I was just going to have me. There you go.
Yeah, I just wanted to. So, you know, obviously one of the things I need to get better at in this show is when you say something stupid, Justin calling you out on it.
Yeah.
In the first 2 shows, you know, that and then jerking off on the chicken patio, I've let you get away with it. So I need to listen to you better. But despite what they say, you are number 2 on the show. Like, you're the number 2. You're the only person on the show with me. So don't let them put you down. You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So you're the number 2 on the show. You're my co-host when there's no calls, and you deserve it. So yeah, you're a star on the rise. I should give you 5 clout points.
And just to answer that caller's question, what I did was I just.
Hey Justin, was that nice that Leonard just licked your balls for 5 minutes? Jesus Christ.
What a gross.
Yeah, sure. I mean, to answer the caller's question, what I did afterwards was I messaged Menace and I said, hey, just so you know, we're taking every single call from now on. And then he responded, okay. So that's it. I'm going to back out now.
But I'm your boss, Justin. Not
Hey, Justin.
Oh, hello. He can hear you.
Hey, what's going on, you Muppet?
What's up?
Hey, this show is just out of hand. I'll tell you one thing.
This is out of hand.
This Mad Menace? Who is this bloke?
Who is this bloke?
Is he from down south, or like, does he even know the boys down under?
Don't even know what that was. But no, I am from down south, a long way south. Let me get. I want to finish on the Minna ladies, so the callers can stay on the line. Tara said to me that I'm a little feisty one, and boy, is she right. I am very feisty, Tara. So you got that one right. And then they continued the face feed body debate that started on this show a couple of days ago. And look, it's clear Brandy and I think it was Brandy and Lindsay are pretty much into, like, they love the Channing Tatum body. So they were sort of 50-50 face or body. We sort of came to the conclusion that a face lasts longer than a body on the last show. But I've been thinking a lot about this. But I'd like to ask the Minna ladies, where are they on nipple piercings? I've got one of my nipple pierced. So I want to know what's their thoughts on men having body parts pierced. So if you could get back to me on that one, that'd be great. Maybe on your next show. Yeah. Hello, caller.
Hey, Manners, what's up, buddy? This is Stank the Tank from Tennessee. How you doing?
Man, you're a regular caller.
That's because I love you, buddy. Hey,
good.
Tell me if you've ever heard this joke before. What's the opposite of Christopher Reeve?
What?
Christopher Walken.
It's a good one. I like it. Good call. See, that's what this late night show should be about. This is a forum for fans. It's not for me to rant and rave and get angry at people. It's a good, fun KMS outlet, when most of the Minna fans are asleep. This is where, we can all go a bit wild. So I got a really good question from Lauren Lynn, which I'll answer after this call. Sorry, Kirk. Hello. Hello, Pappy.
Just
hello, Dad.
In time.
Hello. All right. So Lauren Lynn asked an interesting question of if I could do a Minifan draft and pair Minifans together for a YouTube show, who would I put together? And so I spent a lot of time thinking about this, like 5 minutes, and I've come up with some really good combinations. So I think Eric from Super Lemon Haze and
Show
Harry.
The nipple ring. Show
Hello.
the nipple ring.
No, it's not that kind of show.
Show it.
I'll only show it if the Minna ladies are around. So Eric from Super Lemon Haze and Harry Minahan, I think would do a really good podcast. I think that those two would kind of gel on an intellectual level. So those two. And the other obvious combination following on from today's show is Matt Carano and Blind Mike. I think those two boys do a lovely, happy, flamboyant show together. So I think Matt Carano and Blind Mike. Then I've got Kirk and Cockhead Chris from Quantum Creep. I think Kirk and Cockhead Chris talking about movies would be a really interesting show. And I'm actually serious. Chris knows a lot about movies, and so does Kirk. So I think those two would have a much better conversation on movies than, say, Kirk with anyone else. Kirk and Quantum Cockhead Chris on movies. I think DEC and Any Woman Under 35 would be a good podcast, just because of the creep factor that DEC brings to any podcast. I mean, you can imagine DEC doing a podcast with a young woman that was very attractive. I mean, it would just be absolute Creepsville. So I think DEC and Any Woman Under 35. And then I would like any of the Mini Ladies and me to do a show together. I think that'd be a good combination. And finally, I'd love to see MHB and Steve Robinson do a show, because I think MHB. I think he could really fuck over Steve if he wanted to. So MHB and Steve Robinson will be a great combo. So that's my Minifan couples draft. I'd love to hear all of your ideas. It was a good question by Lauren. Hello, caller.
I can't believe it's muted.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Hello?
G'day.
Hey, what's going on, mate? Yeah, what respectable female would go on your podcast? I mean, you really think you want to be seen with this fucking 5-foot mucker here, mad manners? I really think not.
Justin, turn it up. Well, I mean, that's not a question, it's a statement. I mean, I don't know if the mini ladies want to come on with me. I imagine they do. I mean, would be quite a good time. Now, let's go through. I've got lots of listener questions. Justin, you can turn off the calls now. Thanks for all those that called in. Got a lot of questions from the listeners that were tweeted in over the last few days that I want to get to. All right, so I like this one from... this is continuing from Victor. Rank the best and worst sidekicks of Kirk.
Oh, okay.
And then he's given like Blind Mike, Mutt, Reema, Tomasi, Trenny, all of them. I mean, I'm not going to rank them all now. I actually should think about this for another show, but easily the best sidekick for Kirk was Jerry Callahan. I think he was the best, support for Kirk. So Jerry was the best sidekick. But I did like Tomasi because he used to annoy Kirk, so there was a good dynamic there. I really liked Evan Drellich, although he was kind of a bit whiny and annoying sometimes. I did like the fact that he was quite smart and he could challenge Kirk intellectually. So I think that made for an interesting dynamic. I found Mutt and Kirk to be very fun, but sometimes it just got a bit repetitive because Mutt sometimes doesn't bring a lot to the table. So it was just Kirk shitting on Mutt the whole time. So that was kind of the sidekicks. And then Victor asked, what is the most boring segment of Kirk's show now or on the KMS show? Well, it's pretty obvious what the worst segment on the KMS show it is.
No
when
mutt
Simple
drops.
Steve opens his mouth on just about anything, but especially politics. Nothing like Steve Robinson to destroy a podcast with his boring takes on politics. So yeah, that's the worst part of Kirk's show. Governed by fear, I'm going to do it because I like you. But he said, Manners, how annoying is it when idiot Americans ask you to say things like, g'day, mate, or crikey? Obviously, he wanted me to say that, so I did. Thank you, Governed by Fear, for sending that in. Barstool Advisor, the guy with the funny accent from the Discord voice chat, has asked me, how did the peace voice chat go, the peace summit in Discord go yesterday with Meaty and Pappy? And clearly it hasn't gone well because we're still fighting. But it was good. There was lots of people in the Discord voice yesterday, hundreds. It felt like hundreds anyway. So that was fun. I thought BA did an okay job moderating it, at least. Someone had a go at it. And then KMS Discord quotes said that I was 5'6". I never said that. I'm 5'3.6". When you're my height, you add on every number you can. I'm 5.368 actually, 5.368. So you round it up to 6 foot easily. I mean, really, it's obvious. So that's what I tell everyone, just under 6 foot. So good questions from Barstool Advisor. Now I put out top 3 burger joints on the last show. Kirk said I was a short, fat version of Dale Arnold. I mean, that's ironic because they just did a fucking parody show today talking about pizza. So anyway, whatever. But I got some replies about different burger places. Hunting Panora says his top 5 burgers are Whataburger, Shake Shack. Sorry, his top 4. Whataburger, Shake Shack, Five Guys, and Portillo's. Never heard of Portillo's. Also, Whataburger and Burger King got a few mentions in the thing. I remember. Yeah, anyway, we're not going to go do burger talk. I did have a burger last night for dinner, though. It must have been on my mind. I've got from Losing the Minifat. Can I play Kylie Minogue's Can't Get You Out of My Head and dedicate it to Mikey B and Matt Carano? Fortunately, I can't play any music because Last time we tried to put some music on this show, got taken down. So yeah, we can't be putting any music. But that was the strangest thing about the WCXX parody show that Kirk did, and I've got to say it was fantastic. He's a genius.
This is fucking brutal.
That's what makes
I know,
him
it's
the
like the
greatest
actual
of all
showers
time.
that I got my
come in and just
package. I
do
got my
something like that out of
package
the blue, and yeah, it's fantastic.
No,
I enjoyed it, but I did
chicken
find
patty?
the songs during the podcast very weird.
Thanks.
I mean,
Thanks,
I never heard
You're
any of the
my guy,
music.
you're my guy.
But it was just very
I know.
strange to have music in the middle of the
When
podcast.
you
They
start
get it
thinking-
though. But I did forward the music. But yeah, I just love that from Kirk and Mike doing the parody stuff. So yeah, now from Joe Hennessy. Well, he's raised a very interesting question here about, and I'd love to hear from the viewers about this, about why is Kirk all of a sudden taking calls all the time? Because when he started the podcast, he said one of the good things was that he didn't have to take calls and talk to idiot fans. Now, Joe Hennessy sent this,
Live for the boys. If you want to learn from
and
the
he's asked
boys,
if the reason he's taking calls now is because he
gonna be
gets
a snow day,
little,
dude.
very little support from Blind Mike and
Oh my
Simple
God,
Steve.
fuck
And does
Manners,
he need the
yeah,
calls
fuck you.
to
Listen,
beef up the
fuck,
content because he's not getting much from Mike and Steve?
I'll give you my
And
cell phone. You just talk.
I mean, I don't think that's it, to be honest. I think the main reason he's taking calls is they can't get any guests on. So, you know, I'm having more success getting guests on my podcast and Kirk's having success getting people on his show. I can ask Ike if he wants to go on Kirk's show. I'll probably say no. Just do what everyone else does. Just Google Kirk's name and all the headlines will come up. So I think that because of the fact that no one will go on the show with Kirk,
My condo smells like fucking weed.
that's meant that he has to find other areas of content. And one of them is taking calls. Obviously, at the moment with the COVID-19 crisis, then not only is he not being able to do interviews, which is funny because everyone's at home. You think some people would agree to go on a podcast with him. I guess when you Google Kirk Minahan, the headlines must be pretty ferocious. But I guess now with not much news, not much happening, then getting calls is a way of filling up a bit of time. And, you know, obviously Mike's not going to bring much to the table. So, yeah, I think that's the main reasons he's taking more calls. I do think
taking more calls.
Yeah, it's got to do with not having guests. And I enjoy the calls. I think it's amazing that it's not a live show and yet every day is getting a stack of calls. It's a shame it's on so late. They're recording Australian time. I'd like to call in one time. Now we're coming up to the hour. It's almost midnight. It's almost the end of the show.
Oh, it's almost
all right. Well, I've got my Kirk thought for the day. I'm going to end it. I've got two bits of advice. Yeah. I've got two bits of advice for Kirk. Firstly, the Stallone movie night idea is a great one. I'm a big Sly Stallone fan, and they are perfect fodder for a viewing because you can sort of half watch and have fun. So I'm a big one on Sly Stallone. And my other Kirk thought for the day is now, you know, if say I was the person that was the head of a very important podcast and I knew nothing about how a podcast is made or I knew nothing about computers, I personally would find that quite embarrassing if, say, my name was on a podcast and then I, didn't know the most simple stuff when it came to plugging in mics.
Yeah, what about one thing?
Even doing the sort of, sort of toddler stuff. If I can't even work a computer like a toddler, then if I was reading half a book a night, I would think one week I'd find a book on how to make podcasts, like podcasting for dummies or computers for dummies, and maybe read up on that so that you didn't look like such an idiot in an industry that you're part of. So that's my thoughts for the day. We are running out of time, so thanks for watching WCXX at Night. I've been your host, Mad Menace. Thoughts and prayers to Ellie Schnitt, Kirk's daughter, who had her appendix out in a hospital in New York over the last couple of days. So, Ellie, you better lock your door because DEC will be coming very soon for a
Kirk's
visit.
daughter had an appendix out. DC's coming for you. Fuck you, dude. What the fuck are you bringing that up?
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the second ever
No, John. You got to call us John.
Menace to Midnight. We have survived our first episode and the corona scare here to get through to show number 2. A couple of thank yous to start. I want to thank Blind Mike and DEC for their lead in with their show about old time radio. Thank you guys for that. sort of lead in, I guess. And also thank you to Kirk Minahan for his reprieve in letting me still take calls, because this is a call-in show. Had he ended calls, it might have been the end of this show. But thank you to one Kirk Minahan for letting me take calls still. And now I saw after the first show, Kirk wrote on Discord about me that Menas needs a new move. And he was referring to me talking about Steve. Now, if he listened to the show, which he didn't, he would have known I hardly spoke about Steve. But, you know, it's pretty rich coming from Kirk, who on Monday's show said that he was planning another Cullen special. I mean, he's going to do another episode about Kevin Cullen's shenanigans at the Boston Globe. Like, we need to hear it one more time. So, I mean, if we're talking about new moves, I would suggest one Kirk Minahan can find a few too. Because I'm not sure about all the listeners, but I'm pretty sick about hearing about some nobody columnist no one cares about. You know, you've got your scalp, Kirk. Move on.
This could be
all right. So the phone lines are open. So ring in now. We are ready for you. And while I'm waiting, we've got some bit of a sound to play from the show after the first Menace to Midnight.
I love the fact that people like Menners think that, you know, people want to call him and ask him stuff. Well, people need content. Makes sense. I mean, what I want from Menners, I want 6 hours of YouTube content.
Kick John. Oh, it's John there. I heard John. The problem is when you're doing these